The first human landing on the moon is not just a story of rockets, technology, and scientific achievement. It is a deeply human tale of courage, curiosity, and the unyielding spirit of exploration. It is a story of ordinary people doing extraordinary things, of dreams that seemed impossible becoming reality, and of a moment that united humanity in awe and wonder. This is the story of how we, as a species, reached out and touched the stars. The journey to the moon began not in the vastness of space, but in the hearts and minds of people who dared to dream big. In the 1960s, the world was gripped by the Cold War, a tense standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union. Space became the ultimate battleground, a place to prove which nation was superior. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite. Its beeping signal from orbit was a wake-up call to the world. Space was no longer the realm of science fiction. In 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit Earth. His words, "I see Earth, it is so beautiful," echoed across the globe, inspiring awe and envy. In response, U.S. President John F. Kennedy stood before Congress on May 25, 1961, and declared a bold vision. "I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth." It was a daring promise, one that would require unprecedented effort, innovation, and sacrifice. The Apollo program was more than a scientific mission. It was a testament to what humanity can achieve when we work together. Over 400,000 people, engineers, scientists, technicians, and dreamers, came together to turn Kennedy's vision into reality. The program cost $25.4 billion, over $150 billion today, a staggering sum that reflected the scale of the challenge. From the engineers who designed the spacecraft to the seamstresses who stitched the spacesuits, every person played a vital role. It was a reminder that no achievement is the work of a single individual. It takes a village, a nation, a world. But the journey was not without its tragedies. In 1967, during a pre-launch test for Apollo 1, a cabin fire claimed the lives of astronauts Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee. Their sacrifice was a sobering reminder of the risks involved, but it also strengthened the resolve of everyone involved to honor their memory by succeeding. Before humans could set foot on the moon, NASA had to learn how to survive and thrive in space. The Mercury and Gemini programs laid the groundwork, teaching us how to orbit Earth, perform spacewalks, and dock spacecraft. In 1961, Alan Shepard became the first American in space, a 15-minute flight that proved humans could survive the journey. In 1965, Ed White floated outside his Gemini capsule, the first American to walk in space. His words, "I'm coming back in, and it's the saddest moment of my life," captured the wonder of the experience. In 1968, Apollo 8 became the first mission to orbit the moon. Astronauts Frank Borman, James Lovell, and William Anders captured the iconic Earthrise photo, a breathtaking image of our planet rising above the lunar horizon. For the first time, humanity saw Earth as a fragile, beautiful oasis in the void of space. On July 16, 1969, the world held its breath as Apollo 11 launched from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Aboard the mighty Saturn V rocket were three men: Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Neil Armstrong, the quiet, determined commander who would make history. Buzz Aldrin, the brilliant engineer and pilot who would join Armstrong on the lunar surface. Michael Collins, the often overlooked hero who stayed behind in lunar orbit alone, ensuring his colleagues could return home. 4 days later, on July 20th, 1969, Armstrong and Aldrin descended to the moon in the lunar module, named Eagle. As they approached the surface, alarms blared and fuel ran dangerously low. But Armstrong, calm under pressure, guided the Eagle to a safe landing in the Sea of Tranquility. His voice crackled over the radio. "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." Hours later, at 2:56 UTC on July 21st, Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface. His words, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind," became immortal. Buzz Aldrin soon joined him, describing the moon as magnificent desolation. Together, they planted the American flag, collected rocks, and left a plaque that read, "We came in peace for all mankind." The moon landing was made possible by groundbreaking technology, but behind every machine was a human story. The Saturn V rocket, standing 363 feet tall, was a marvel of engineering, built by thousands of workers who poured their hearts into every bolt and weld. The lunar module, a fragile, spidery craft designed to land on the moon and return to orbit, was a testament to human ingenuity and creativity. The spacesuits, handmade by seamstresses, were not just protective gear, they were lifelines enabling Armstrong and Aldrin to survive in the harsh lunar environment. The moon landing was fraught with danger. The astronauts faced the unknown. From the untested lunar surface to the psychological toll of isolation, they relied on each other and the teams on Earth to bring them home safely. A single error could have doomed the mission. The astronauts endured extreme temperatures, radiation, and the constant threat of mechanical failure. They carried the hopes and dreams of billions on their shoulders. The success of Apollo 11 was more than a scientific achievement. It was a moment of unity and inspiration. An estimated 600 million people watched the moon landing on television, transcending borders, languages, and ideologies. The mission brought back 47.5 pounds of lunar rocks, revolutionizing our understanding of the moon and the solar system. It inspired generations to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It reminded us of what we can achieve when we dare to dream and work together. The moon landing was not just about reaching a destination, it was about the journey. It was about the countless individuals who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, the families who supported them, and the astronauts who risked everything to push the boundaries of what is possible. It was a reminder that we are capable of greatness, that no challenge is too big, and that the stars are not out of reach. As Neil Armstrong once said, "Mystery creates wonder, and wonder is the basis of man's desire to understand." The first moon landing was a triumph of the human spirit, a testament to our ability to dream, to innovate, and to overcome. It showed us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, we can achieve the impossible. Today, as we look to the stars once more, the legacy of Apollo 11 reminds us that the journey is far from over. The moon was just the beginning. Mars, the outer planets, and beyond await. And as we take those next steps, we carry with us the same courage, curiosity, and determination that took us to the moon. Because in the end, it's not just about exploring space, it's about exploring what it means to be human. InfoVision.